Hey, what's up guys? Steve here. I wanted to make a video a little bit off topic for this channel. It's about a procedure I had done called Clarifix. Now, Clarifix is mainly for people who have bad allergies, allergy sufferers, bad nasal congestion, post-nasal drip, constant cough, constant runny nose, etc., etc. So I'm going to tell you guys a bit about this procedure, how it works. I'm going to tell you why I had it and how I'm feeling afterwards. So Clarifix is a procedure that's done in office, usually a ENT, ear, nose, and throat specialist, and it starts out with 2 cotton swabs being shoved up your nose, and these cotton swabs are soaked in like a numbing compound concoction. So they're soaked in there and they're shoved up both nostrils, and then they're kept up there for like 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the ENT will remove the cotton swabs, and then you'll get about 2 shots of lidocaine or novocaine in each nostril. After you receive the lidocaine, you get a camera, I don't know, maybe skinnier than a chopstick, shoved up your nose, as well as this tool called Clarifix. Looks like a mini screw gun with a trigger, and it has a tip on it that gets shoved up your nose. It's rubber and flexible. So the whole procedure is mainly focused on freezing nerve endings that trigger mucus. Now, these nerve endings are all the way at the top of your nasal passages. So in order to get there, they have to go way up into your nasal passages, find the nerve endings with the camera, make sure they have the correct spot, and then this Clarifix tool, they press the trigger for about 10-15 seconds. They freeze one nostril, well, the nerves in one side of your nostril. They pull out, they take about a 30-second break, and then they do it on the next nostril. And that's about it. It's uncomfortable, it's fairly painless if you have the right amount of numbing. If you're in any pain, you should tell your doctor that you're in pain. So, I was in a little bit of pain when they did my right nostril. So they stopped, they gave me some more Novocaine, waited about 5 minutes, and they went back up and did it. So, I had a bad, rare reaction, so don't use this as like a good review, because most people I've seen, they react pretty well. But for me, I had a bad reaction where I had pain right here and right here on both sides of my ears, which I looked it up, and I forget this scientific name for it, but it's part of your nasal passages, and because I was so clogged, I think that's personally why I had pain. Now, this pain was pretty unbearable. I was hunched over in the office, crying in pain, sweating from the pain, and my doctor told me he's never seen this, and it's got to be a rare reaction. I don't know why it happened, but it lasted for about an hour and a half. I received 2 shots of steroids and 2 Tylenol. I wished I could have got like a painkiller, but New York state law, no painkillers, no narcotics are allowed within a doctor's office, only hospital settings. Anyways, that's the procedure. I had this done because I was having very bad nasal congestion, sinus congestion, just would not stop. I tried plenty over-the-counter medications, prescription medications, nasal sprays, you name it, I tried it. I was suffering with very bad nasal congestion where sinus congestion. My sinuses, I felt like I was wearing glasses. Like, this outline of my glasses was pressure. I was also feeling pressure in my ears. And on top of all of this, I had a very bad post-nasal drip. Now, most of you out there know what a post-nasal drip is. But for me, this post-nasal drip was like swallowing maple syrup like you put on your pancakes day in and day out. A 24-hour thing, made it hard to sleep. It was causing me to throw up 3 to 5 times a day. It was brutal. and nothing I did could really fix it. It was just I was up the creek without a paddle, basically. So this is why I had the procedure done. So after the procedure, you're not allowed to blow your nose for 48 hours. I was in pain. I was told I would be more congested, and the most common side effects are congestion for about 1 to 2 weeks and headaches, which is what I already had. So I said, if I already have it, why not? Let's go for it. 2 most common side effects. So I was definitely congested afterwards, a little bit more congested than normal. Headaches didn't start till like about a week after. And what's funny though is I didn't have one post-nasal drip after the surgery. Well, I should say a day after. I still had it the same day, but it wasn't as severe. Like, I felt the nasal drip, but it wasn't thick like this syrup texture. It just was just a regular nasal drip. Anyways, I've started to feel better. Now, after 48 hours, I was allowed to blow my nose, and man, let me tell you, this might gross some people out. I blew my nose, and nothing was really coming out. I was getting maybe like some little bit of chunky stuff, nothing major, and then I sneezed. And let me tell you, when I sneezed, I can't even tell you the last time I sneezed. It must have been over a year. I forgot what sneezing felt like. That's how congested I was. So I sneezed. Achoo! Boom! This thing came out of my nose. Like, it felt like pebbles hit my hand. Out of my left nostril, I felt this amazing pressure, this like relief. It was like air rushed all the way underneath here and out. Crazy. But it was like this humongous, thick, bloody thing that came out of my nose. Like, about this big, that wide, and just gross. So, that was, to me, progress. As gross as it is. The next day, still feeling congested on the right side. I was blowing my nose. Nothing was coming out. And finally, I sneezed again. And this one was like 8 times the size as the left nostril. Holy crap. This thing was like 3 fingers wide, about 3 fingers long. It was disgusting. Like, thick. Like, you could mold something out of this thing. Like, it was just gross. And I'm not going to share the pictures on this video because it might make some of you queasy, might make some of you guys throw up. But, let me tell you, I was shocked at what came out, and I was absolutely shocked that could even live inside of me, how much stuff came out in one sneeze. Now, I've had more sneezes since. Smaller portions of those things will come out, and I think it's just my body clearing out whatever has been stuck up inside me for over a year. Now, this has been plaguing me for a while, but it's just been getting progressively worse. But over the last 2 weeks, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow, I've started to feel better. I've started to feel more relief, no nasal drip, getting the sleepy easier. I have some sinus congestion still, but nothing even remotely close to what I had in the past. It's just excellent. So for Clarifix, it was like almost like a last resort. And just, I think it's pretty new, maybe about 1.5 years old, this procedure. And I'm kind of eerie about new procedures and new techniques, new medications. But for me, this just sounded like a home run. And so far it has been, you know. I was walking around going all day long. doing that, which was like an everyday, every 30-second thing. It's progressively getting better. And that cough would be constant. I would have family members asking me, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, why do you keep coughing? Why are you throwing up? You know, they would offer so much help, you know, Allegra, Claritin, Zyrtec, Xyzal, Nasonex, whatever nasal spray they had. You know, everybody was trying to lend a helping hand. So many people had advice for me, but nothing was working. So Clarifix for me was the go-to, and I went with it. I see the ENT tomorrow. He's going to check me out, see how everything is healing, see if there's any more steps I should take, and that's where I'm at now. But my quality of life has been improved tenfold, and I'm so glad I went ahead with the procedure. Very, very happy with the results so far. And I sneeze. You forget how good a sneeze feels. It's kind of cool. But that's really all I have for you guys. I'm not throwing up anymore. I don't have a nasal drip anymore. It's awesome. So guys, if you're in my shoes, give Clarifix a shot. I think it's definitely life-changing. And if you're really suffering, talk to your doctor about it. That's all I have for you guys on Clarifix. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and it was semi-informative. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Be well.